Okay, if you're a business owner, you've probably had that nagging thought, maybe late at night, are we really secure? You might still be relying on a pocket full of metal keys, the way it's always been done. Well, today we're going to change that. We're going to unlock the world of modern commercial security and show you how high-tech solutions can give you more than just protection, they can give you some serious peace of mind. So let's start with a really simple question. Does this look familiar to you? That heavy, jangling bunch of keys. I mean, it feels solid, right? It feels secure. But is it? Do you know how many copies of that key exist? Who has them? This one simple object actually represents a huge question mark for so many businesses. Because the truth is, these old school keys are just full of hidden risks. An employee leaves, suddenly you're looking at a pretty hefty bill to rekey all the locks. And even worse, you have absolutely no way of knowing how many copies of that key are floating around out there. And without any kind of audit trail, you're just flying blind. You have no record of who's coming and going or when. You're basically operating on pure trust. And in business, that's a really dangerous gamble. So how do we fix this? Well, the very first step in our security upgrade, our foundation, it isn't digital at all. Nope. Before we add any fancy tech, we need to build on a foundation of pure, brute, mechanical strength. So let's dive into section 1, your security foundation. This right here is the MT5 Plus mechanical platform, and it is the bedrock of modern security. See, inside this lock is this incredibly complex system of pins within pins, plus a unique magnetic strip on the key itself. It's so intricate that it provides this just elite level of physical protection. This is your formidable first line of defense against a brute force attack. So what does all that fancy design actually get you? Well, for starters, that patented mechanism makes the lock incredibly difficult to pick. Second, the key itself is strictly controlled, which means no one's running down to the local hardware store to make unauthorized copies. It's also built with hardened steel to stop drilling attacks dead in their tracks. Oh, and the lifetime warranty? Yeah, that's your proof that this foundation is absolutely built to last. All right, so our physical fortress is now built. It's solid. Now, for section 2, it's time to give that fortress a brain. Let's explore how we can take the familiar object, the key, and make it intelligent. Now, when it comes to smart keys, you've really got 2 main paths you can go down. And the choice, it just depends on your needs. Are you a larger business that needs super flexible remote management over every single door? Well, that's going to be eClick. Or are you maybe a smaller business just looking for a really cost-effective way to get into electronic control? Then you're looking at ClickGo. Let's take a closer look at eClick, because this is a total game changer. An employee loses their key? Forget calling a locksmith. You just log into your computer, and with one click, that key is now useless. Done. Need to give a contractor access, but only on Tuesdays from 9 to 5? You can program that right in. Every single time a door opens, it's logged, creating a perfect audit trail. This isn't just an upgrade. It is a completely new level of control over your property. So, smart keys are powerful for sure, but what if we could just get rid of the key entirely? And that brings us to section 3, going keyless. We are now entering the world of smart air, where access is as simple as tapping a card, a fob, or even using your own smartphone. You know, what's really great about smart air is that it can grow with you. You can start really simple, with a single standalone leader on your main office door. No wires, super easy. Then, as you expand, you can add this clever update on card system to manage other doors without having to run a bunch of new wiring. And then, when you're ready, you can graduate to a fully wireless online network for complete real-time control over the whole shebang. Here's a great way to think about that update on card system. Think of the card like a secure messenger. Your central computer gives the new access rules to the card, and then the card literally carries those new rules to the lock when the user taps it. It is such a genius way to manage offline doors without the hassle and cost of running wires everywhere. Okay, we've seen the strong foundation, we've seen the smart key, and we've seen the keyless future. So now, in our final section, section 4, we're going to bring it all together. This is where we match the right technology to your specific business needs. Just think of this table as your decision-making cheat sheet. It lays everything out, the system type, the general price range, and what it's best for. You'll see RFID reader for the smart air systems. That's just a fancy way of saying they work by reading a signal from a card or a fob. So, if you're a small business, you're probably looking at ClickGo or a smart air standalone reader. If you manage a large facility and you need that real-time control, then Smart Air Wireless is built for you. It's all about finding your need and then finding your solution. So, one of the first big choices you'll have to make is between a standalone and an online system.
A standalone system is simple. It works all by itself, and you manage it right there at the door. It's cost-effective and easy. An online system, on the other hand, connects to your network. This gives you the incredible power to see what's happening in real time and make changes from anywhere, instantly. It's really a trade-off between simplicity and power.
You know, this warranty chart actually tells a really interesting story about strategy. On one hand, you have the MT5 Plus mechanical platform with a lifetime warranty. I mean, it's built to be permanent. But on the other, the electronic components have shorter tech standard warranties. And this perfectly illustrates the ideal approach. You build on a mechanical foundation that lasts forever, and then you layer the ever-evolving technology on top of it. So, look, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. The single biggest advantage of upgrading to a digital system is the ability to instantly revoke access for a lost key or card. That one feature eliminates one of the biggest, most common, and most expensive risks of a traditional lock and key system. It's that powerful. And that brings us to our final thought for you today. Just take a moment and think about your own business. Right now, what is the single weakest link in your security chain? Is it the risk of copied keys? Is it the cost of rekeying every time someone leaves? Whatever your answer is, the good news is that there's a modern solution that's ready to strengthen that link. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.